Let's head under the sea to the mini Disney Ariel's castle. I'm super excited about this build. I have built 2 of the mini castles so far. I built Sleeping Beauty and the Palace of Agrabah. And I love them, and I can't wait to have the whole collection next to each other. So here's, oh, Ariel's got this really sparkly tail. She's really awesome, and her hair is beautiful. Okay, she's going to sit down over here. And I actually also have just the mini Disney castle, which I guess, is that Cinderella's? I believe so. Which is funny because that's the first one that came out. Oops, did that wrong. It's supposed to only be 4 long. And it's going to be the last one that I build. But maybe we're saving the best to last for last in this instance. Build up its little base. Make sure I'm doing this right. I love the blues that they're already working into it. To finish this up here too. I actually have a fear of water, but I love water from a distance. But I think the idea of a palace being under the sea is just a beautiful thought. I need one more curve, and I'm not seeing it. Huh. Well, it has to be here somewhere. Where is it hiding at? Oh, right here. It's just turned upside down, being sneaky. And it's got a big cross in the middle. For the longest time, I could never figure out why I was so terrified of water. And then my mom told me that when I was a young child, we were at a pool, and I almost drowned. And I thought, well, that explains a lot, doesn't it? I'm going to flip it over here. I think go about halfway through. I won't go anywhere near a lake or river. Those really give me the creeps. Especially, I mean, I'll go by them, I just won't go in them. Oh, these things are a little funny, look like little sea urchins. But I will go in the ocean, which that doesn't make any sense. Shallow. But that's one place I will venture. Which is kind of silly because there's probably a whole lot more to be concerned about in an ocean than there is in a river, but we went floating down a river with my family and my grandparents a while ago. It was quite a few years ago. Matt and I were dating then, and we were in a canoe. We tipped over, or well, we hit a rock, and then our canoe just tacoed. I didn't really want to go, but it was like, it's going to be fine. And Matt's like, oh, it'll be fun. He likes water. It'll be fun. So off I went, and into the water I went, and made it to the shoreline. But the shoreline was too steep to get up, so we're just hanging out on this little bitty, we were just in the shallow water there because it was a cliff straight up. And we were hanging out with a snake that was in the water. See, this is why I don't do. Let me see, I'm going to grab one of these and straighten this up. I don't do lakes and rivers, especially in the South. And that's about the time I decided I wasn't going to go back in. Thankfully, the snake decided he didn't want to hang around us either. But the ocean I can do a little bit better. So this set is okay. Because if I could swim down there, I just might. We did a lot of snorkeling when we went to Hawaii. And that I actually didn't have a problem with. That was fun. I think we're building up a whole bunch of like the base part that we're going to be able to build up. Oh, just down one. All of the different parts that are coming up for the castle. This one's going to feel different than the other two that I've built. I think just from looking at it. I'm still procrastinating on actually building the big Disney castle that Matt got me for Christmas last year. I'm really going to have to stop being so scared of it and just do it. I don't know why it's intimidating me so much. This is a very interesting base structure that we're doing. Kind of exciting. So that one goes in there, and this one goes over here. I love this color green. I don't see that color that much. This goes right here. It's a very lovely color. Oh, and they have it in the leaves too. It's got very blue, green. I think I'm going to absolutely love this castle. When I first saw it, I actually didn't think that it looked like the one from the movie. I was like, that doesn't look anything like the one from the movie, does it? And my daughter was like, yes, it does. I had to actually go back and look up the movie. Okay, I was like, where does this little urchin go? I'm going to call them little urchins. Kind of tricky to figure out exactly where these are going here. I think like that. So this goes here, and this goes there. Did we get all the pieces? Okay, wow, bag one went together really fast. Look at those colors. All right, on to bag two. I have a feeling this is going to end up being my favorite castle just because of the colors in it. I love this color right here. The lighting always seems to want to make it white, but it's not white. It's a really pale green, and it's so beautiful. Let's see here. I'm actually getting really, really excited about this. So cool so far. I loved so much last year when they were putting out all of the Disney sets because of the anniversary that they were doing. And it's been a little bit disappointing this year because there's been a lot less Disney sets coming out. And I really did enjoy so many cool ones that they were releasing. Let's see, I need to do that 2 more times and then put them in. So it would be built very unconventionally compared to the other ones, I suppose. 2 of the little... Well, where did they go? Oh! Let's see. They're going to build these up. Oh! Trying to run away on me. This one goes here, but then they're going to build this next one up with 2 of the little round plates on it. Golds and yellows and the greens. Yep, I'm in love. I'm going to really start piling stuff up fast. I can't tell you how much I love these little sea urchin things. I think they're supposed to be like the middle of flowers or something, but they kind of make a perfect little sea urchin for under the sea here. Wow. Oh, that's a little, oh, okay. We're going to put this on top of it. And then we're going to stick it in there. That was wobbling and around on me. A little fiddly to put them in that way on top of these things. Looks beautiful though. Oh wow, I love these pieces. They're like pearl, they shimmer. Pearl white. Okay, we can build a tall little spire thing. I think I need to spend some time revisiting all of these old Disney movies. Let me see. Okay, here we go. I completely could not see that for a second there. It was hiding from me. I haven't watched The Little Mermaid in so long. Definitely be fun to go back and watch. Now, where are you going? I think he's going right there. And those are going there. This is going to be tall, I think. So many gold pieces. Oh, what did we do? Nope, that wasn't supposed to go there. Now I've got the little, oh great. Okay, I'm gonna have to fit that back in there, that little round plate, the hole in it. You know, they used to, the ones, the little round plates, they would always come and they didn't have holes in them, and then they started to release some with holes, and there's so many uses for them with the hole in it. And now I hardly ever see ones that don't have holes. It's like they're kind of just, unless they're, seems like they always have holes in them now, unless they're going to be visible on the outside of the building. They need to be sealed up, which I'm not complaining because I love them so much. And I break down all my loose pieces, though, into my my build room. I have I did separate out the ones with the holes versus the ones that are sealed up on top. But I just had this little bitty bucket with the ones with the holes, and now that bucket is kind of overflowing because the more that I loose buckets that I'm able to pick up and find, the more and more I'm finding that have the holes in them. So I'm going to have to upgrade that bucket. It's been the only problem with my building room. I love to collect, finds of somebody who's selling their Lego sets or something. It always seems to be the parents that are selling the kids Legos, and that actually, they left for college, and so now we're getting rid of their sets, and I'm just like, it just like freaks me out. I'm just like, why would you do that to your children? But I think a lot of times the kids are like, oh, I don't need them anymore, I don't care. And I'm like, they're going to regret that later in their life. Okay, we needed to put one of these on the end here. They're saying that we need to build 4 of these. So on this first page here, on page 45, I'm going to build this step 4 times. Kind of an involved little thing, isn't it? I love that translucent blue. Oh, I think this color of the blue is my favorite. That's the translucent color. That, and then there's another one that's like, this is kind of, oops, flung that piece. There's another blue that's like, this has a greenish tint to it, and that one has much more of a light blue tint kind of thing. And I love that one. I'm sure there's a specific name for it that I'm failing to provide. And then there's the darker blue one. But I think this one might be my favorite to work with. It's so beautiful if you work it into water that you're building. Oops, I'm going to make this too long. Don't do that. Okay, I have 4 of them now. We'll turn the page, and then we're going to put a bunch of grates on top. Wonder what we're building. And then a roller skate. Yeah, that makes sense. I love the use of pieces, Put an unexpected little piece in there and it looks perfect in the end, but it's not a piece you were expecting to use. You find that a lot in miniature builds. Really can highlight some of those unusual pieces. Oop. Now we're going to put some slopes along this edge. I think we're building up like a tower part of the building. I love this yellow. I haven't found a color in this that I don't love. Such beautiful colors. They're soft. A lot of them. Okay, one more. And a little bit tedious here, but not bad. There we go. Now we're going to grab this thing that we just did. And it looks like we're going to alternate it around. Oh, I'm so sorry. Here we go. Put the roller skate at the top. I'll get it going the right way. Wow, that's really cool. Put a little green rod up here. was a lot of spires. It was like, that's primarily what it was. Oh, we get to build 4 more of something. This looks to be a little bit quicker though. I was wondering, there was like quite a few of the same kind of pieces left over, and I'm like, I was only supposed to make this 4 times, right? That makes sense now. Boy, there's so many left. We weren't done yet. Where are you? Hiding, hiding. Okay, start aiming the angles that way. That's easier to go in because it doesn't have something that's different on one side. But make sure you line it up with the, I'm going to call them windows. All kind of on the same side. That didn't have a, no, it didn't. I was thinking it might have had a rod in it, but it doesn't. It doesn't now. I think we're just going to build up one huge tower looking thing. 4 of these. I recently just built the Lord of the Rings Bar-Dur set. And that was a big old fortress tower type thing. It didn't build up quite as quick as this one. It took forever. Oh, that fits right in there. I love that piece. Put that in the middle. I'm going to put 2 flowers together and then put a little horn on top of that. It's kind of reminding me of ice cream for some reason here. And then this goes on top of this. Line those windows up on it. Wow. Oh, okay, it goes up here. Oh, that got tall really fast. Okay, so it's different on the bottom. It's not a perfect square, so make sure that this part is going up here towards that other tower. Let's see. Wow. That's really cool. Okay, they are actually telling us to open up bags 3 and 4, so we're just going to make a big old pile. That's funny, bag 4 was just a little bitty thing. So it's not quite as big of a pile as I was concerned we were going to have. Not too intimidating here. Which is kind of weird. Why wouldn't they have just put it all in one bag? Don't you wish you had all the answers? They're saying to build 2 of these. Let's spin this back around. And they go down in those round plates we were talking about earlier. Put 1 down and then stack 4 more on top of this. 1, 2, oops. Here we go. I believe we're going to build up another tower of sorts. The Agrabah Palace built up the towers in a really unique way. Oops, make sure it goes through the hole. I can't even explain exactly how they did it. It was like putting 2 pieces together in an inverted way, which didn't even seem normal, and then it worked really well, but it's kind of, I'm not sure if tedious is the right word, but it definitely, oh, I put a roller skate. I was supposed to put binoculars. Where's the binoculars? There we go. Oh, sorry, pushing it on the wrong side. I'm going to put this on first and then put the binoculars on it. What a fun use of a binocular piece. That looks really, really good. Oops, sorry. Knocked our tower down. We're going to push this right on top of that. Oh, you know why he doesn't want to stand up? His rod has come through too much. I need to try to... Oh boy, we could be in trouble. I think it's okay. That gray rod had kind of pushed in too much, and so it wasn't going to sit down very well. Kind of had to push it back up a little bit. This is fun. I am so impressed with how beautiful this is so far. Look at that. And this one's going to come over here on top of there. Wow. So beautiful. And we're going to build, oops, let's actually put this on first. These little gold pieces. And that goes back into there. Definitely working up a lot of different stuff, aren't we? Yeah, they want us to turn it, okay, this way. So then you've got the little holes in those pieces, and then it's going to go on top of that, which is kind of interesting. And then we're going to build 4 of these little towers up. Looks like they have 3 candlestick things and then a topper on it. They're going to go down here in all of these little holes. If you could build up any mini castle that you would, what would you build? Any castle that you could, excuse me. What would you build? I think that I would probably build, oh goodness, I'm not going to say it right. It's a castle that is, now I need more of these, but I can't find them. They have to be in here. Oh, look at that, they slid all the way over here. They're hiding from me. Let me go get the name of that castle because I'm not going to remember it. Okay, this is it, and I believe that it's pronounced the Hohenzollern Castle. And I'm probably saying that really bad, but it's actually in Austria, and it's a beautiful, beautiful castle set up on top of a mountain. And I think if I could build a mini castle out of bricks, then that is actually what I would like to build. I've actually tried to build it in a kind of a larger scale format, but I think it might look better if it was built mini because it was very difficult to do to make it look right in large size. I would love to go visit that castle. It looks like such a cool castle. I love castles though. Wouldn't that be fun to go tour as many castles as you could find? And isn't it disappointing that we don't build castles now? We build high-rises and other kinds of buildings, but where did the castles go to? I don't know if people think they're not practical or old-fashioned. I'm definitely old-fashioned though. Don't put that piece down yet. Put this one on first. We're building up another little tower. In the movie, they actually kind of change it. They make it look like the castle's up a little bit taller than it actually is. Oh, we're going to build up all those side things again. And 4 of them. They make it look like the castle's up kind of inaccessible to get to unless you take a gondola up to it. So they did some movie magic to make that kind of happen. But it was actually filmed at the castle itself, from what I understand. And am I doing this right? And there's, yeah, that's taller. Brings back memories of taking the gondola up on the ski slopes in Colorado. I didn't mind the gondola as much as I minded the chairlift. I really didn't like the chairlift. I'm just going to go ahead and be a little ambitious and actually finish a full one, even though I turned the page, because they're built just like the other ones. So I think you can remember exactly how to do it here. So we need 4 of these. They are 1 step longer than the last one we built right here. Start with this singular kind of piece and then go to the double version of it. A lot safer to get into it too. It actually stopped long enough for you to walk into it versus the chairlift that just kind of hurry, get in position, this thing's going to sweep you off your feet. Oh, one of my best childhood memories was when we were skiing. We were kind of young. We weren't super young. I was probably, 7 or 8 or something, so I was pretty young. And we went up skiing. We went on the little bunny slope first. And then it was like, all right, we're going to just go up and, kind of learn as you go kind of idea. And so we get on the quad chair, which is a 4-seater chairlift. That thing moves fast, and you better be ready. And so Dad was in charge of getting me on the chair, and Mom was in charge of getting my sister on the chair. So Dad and I get over there. It's like the people in front of you take off, and then you got to get over there as quickly as you can and get lined up before that chair just pops you in the rear, and off you go. We got over there, and I was just completely focused on, oh no, oops, look what I did. No. I did that right. This piece goes on the end. And all of a sudden, I get on. I'm like, oh, I made it. And all of a sudden, the chairlift stops. And I'm like, what in the world? Why are we stopping? And I start looking around, and my mom is behind the chairlift, which is not, you're not supposed to be behind it. You're supposed to be in front of it. And I'm like, what is she doing? She's on her skis slipping and sliding around. She's trying to pull something out from underneath the chairlift. I look underneath the chairlift. My sister's underneath the chairlift. Her skis are actually up, caught on the bottom of the chair. I don't know how she did that. We were young. And they had to stop the chairlift. They had to get her out from it, get her in the seat, and then we got to go up the mountain. Oh. Can't be too hard on my sister, because that same trip we were skiing and we got a little bit lost. We were primarily staying on the easy runs, the green runs, but we got a little bit turned around and we ended up on a blue run, which they have moguls on them typically. And my mom was like, we cannot take the girls down this hill. But we weren't, like when you get back in there, you're walking out or you're skiing out. This is interesting because this is bending and this should not bend. So what exactly have I done wrong here? I hadn't done anything wrong, but I think that the rod in it was kind of separating these pieces a little bit, and I had to really smush them together, and then it went on properly. So it was just, these weren't as tight as they should be because they were kind of being pulled apart a little bit. There we go. Let me move back to my spot. So we're up at the top of this blue, and my mom's freaking out. My dad's like, I don't know how to get down. Otherwise, we're just going to have to take it really slow, and we'll get the girls down. And so they were working us down this blue slope. And it really wasn't that bad. It wasn't like it was a dangerous one, but there was moguls on the side of the hill. And if you just kind of avoided them, then we would have been okay. But I got really, oops. The bluish one's supposed to go down, and then the pearl looking one. I got really tired. And so we were at the top of, you know, because there's hill and then flat and hill and flat. We were one at the top of one of the hills. And I decided that I just needed to rest for a little bit. I'm trying to figure out exactly where this goes into. It looks like they've turned it this way, and I think it goes into that blue thing down there. There we go. Okay, wait, I'll finish my story in a minute. Let's open up back 5. Gates and doors and everything's rolling everywhere. My goodness. You just need to control yourselves. Okay. So we're at the top of the hill. And I just kind of sit down on top of my skis. Which would have been fine if my skis hadn't been pointing straight down the hill. But they were, of course. And I just put just enough weight forward. And where do you think I went? Straight down. And there was no stopping because I didn't have, it was a steep hill. I started to go down really quickly. These are so cool. So cool. All right, we're going to build 2 of the next thing. I couldn't stand up. I didn't have the strength, and the momentum was, kind of holding me down because I was really cruising down that hill. My mom's screaming. My dad's trying to race after me. I'm just kind of sitting on top of my skis, holding on for dear life, racing down this hill, and then I drift over to the moguls. And then I'm going up and over the moguls. I'm still sitting on my skis. Up and down and over the moguls. I hit one just right. And I went flying. Okay, we're supposed to be back here, and they want us to put these, I believe it just goes here and here. I lost some poles, I lost some skis, I lost some gloves, I lost my hat, strewn all over that slope of that mountain. My dad had to hike back up to find it, to find all my stuff. I landed at the bottom of that hill, and I was a snow bunny. I was covered in snow. I had snow everywhere. I had it up my shirt and down my pants and in my boots. And if you could think of a place, I had snow in it. You know, it was kind of exhilarating. Pretty funny, actually. But the best part was, and we really weren't in danger in any way. It sounds probably worse than it actually was. If you've been skiing before, you know these things happen. But we went into the town afterwards, and we were doing a little bit of shopping, and would you believe that we found 2 shirts? Oh my goodness, I Oh, that shirt probably disappeared long ago. But we found a shirt for my sister that had a bunny that had its skis hooked underneath of a chair, chairlift, and he was hanging from the bottom of it going up the mountain. And then we found another shirt that actually had another little bunny, and he was at the bottom of a hill in a big snowball. Skis sticking out, poles sticking out, everything sticking out. And it was just like they made the shirts just for us. It was so funny. And man alive, did we wear those shirts proudly. We just thought we were the coolest, kids on the block. Oh, what would life be without memories? You get all kinds of little gates surrounding this. Isn't this amazing? My goodness. Just sitting here jabbering away, and we're just making the most amazing castle here. And it's not anywhere near the snow. This one goes into this little spot. We're going to have to move this gate up a little bit here. Wow. It has come together a little bit faster than I thought it would, but it's really, really impressive. Seems like every single one of these mini castles that I make, it's my favorite. Oh, no, this is my favorite. Oh, no, now this is my favorite. They might all have to be my favorite. Okay, this goes inside that little piece. Wow, that's cool. Now we're going to put, oh, kind of tricky. Don't roll away on me. Such a beautiful, beautiful castle. I'm going to get this in right because, there we go. Huh. Oops. He was supposed to be inside of there. I was going to make him actually close off. They didn't want us to do that quite yet. So 2 of them go here. Oh, okay. The other ones just go down there. You know what I would also love to see is a How to Train Your Dragon set. That'd be amazing. Some little arches through. Oops. No, I always thought the King Trident, is that her dad's name? I always thought he was terrifying. I suppose they kind of make him look a little bit intimidating, don't they? Oh, my hand slipped there. Look at these pink ferns. I love that piece so much. You know what's really crazy is I actually have always favored Ursula as one of my favorite bad guys, or ladies, so we should say. I think it's because she was an octopus. I love octopus. Okay, we'll put some pink ferns down here. Oh, okay, so the tridents are going, the pink ferns are going to hold the tridents. Look at that, that's really, really cool. But these ferns end upside down. Wow, I like that. My goodness, I can't believe we're almost done. That went together really quickly. Oh, that's not at the same height as the other one. That's going to drive me nuts. I'm going to put this here, and then Ariel actually gets to sit up on it, so it looks like she's swimming. Oh, that is so sweet. Well, what a fun castle that is. Yep, this is my new favorite. Oh, I can't wait to put them all together. I'll have to take a picture when I get everybody done. All right, well, thank you for building with me. That was so much fun, and I will see you again super, super soon.